welcome to another episode of Dungeon Boys. Last week, the party escaped Moradin's storeroom and found themselves in combat with some darkness leeches in the Golnock village. Arros even finds himself latched onto by one of these leeches. We pick up right here on this episode of Dungeon Boys. Enjoy.
Jack, it sounds like Arros is in trouble.
It sounds like he's got a leech on him.
It's your turn.
I'll see what I can do. Okay. Can I do a bonus action as an action?
Thereby gaining 2 bonus actions?
No.
I guess.
Yeah, doing 2 bonus actions, but it takes the place of my action.
I feel like no. That
Okay.
sounds like a no.
That's fine.
If something has been sequestered as a bonus action, I feel like I guess it would just be a bonus action.
Alright.
Because then I guess you would take... I don't know. That's
well, you can do bonus action, spell, action, cantrip,
It's
same
all
turn.
Maybe.
Because bonus actions are especially swift.
Gotcha.
Well, I guess it would...
It's fine.
I mean, it seems
Let-
like...
let's just-
I don't know.
Let's just do rules as written.
Okay.
Alright. So
If you're listening to the show, let us know.
Yeah, do that. I am going to click my heels together as a bonus action and double my speed for the next 100 turns.
Excellent.
Oh.
And
Using your speed boots.
yes.
That's like next episode kind of turns.
Yeah. So I have 40 speed normally, doubled. Now I have 80 feet of movement. And I will use my action to... So I remember the layout of this town, right? We had a dance party here and all that. I know where the center of town is.
Yeah.
And I recognize that this bubble is centered on the center of town.
Correct.
Okay. I want to run straight for the center of town.
I don't know if you recognize that the bubble is definitely on the center of town, because, like, how would you know how far backwards it goes? I guess, but it did look like a bubble. So your best bet would, it would make sense.
So I am aiming for, what was it, a fire pit or something in the middle of the town?
Like a fire pit, and then those feast tables, we'll say, are there.
That's a lot of leech.
I am going to use my action to disengage, or I guess dodge something.
Disengage.
Disengage. Don't take opportunity of attack.
Gotcha.
And I'm running straight towards the center of town, 80 feet of movement.
All right.
Oh.
So you run with the swiftness.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15,
Dodge
20,
me.
25, 30, 40.
With
Yeah.
my lance out in front of me, because the light's on the
Gotcha. So as you pass through the dark, you guys who are illuminated in the darkness, and you turn around and you can see like the darkness behind you like sizzle and fade away, and then you see Jack sprinting through there, jumping over dead bodies. Again, mind you, while this is happening, do not forget that there are constant screams going on. There's constantly the sound of spears cutting through flesh. There is constant tumultuous fear and panic happening in this town. Jack is bouncing. He bounces over a corpse, corkscrews between 2 bad guys, I guess, and then lands in the center of town, holding his, illuminating the center of town with his lance.
Nice.
That's cool.
I can't look around until my next turn.
Correct.
Okay. I'm
Too much
standing
movement.
there.
Can't
But
move your
you're
eyes.
currently standing in the middle of the town. You do not, underneath your feet, see anything that is obviously emanating darkness.
Okay.
Next on the list would be Grimly.
Whoa. Can I set down the orb as like a free action?
course.
Or the rock? Okay.
Oh,
I would-
can I? No, because they can see, because they're attacking each other, whether there was darkness or not before. Okay.
For your reference, your little slug loaf is on fire. Everything I touch is consumed by fire.
Illuminating this area,
It
I
ignites.
Jack.
I took damage, didn't I? Or what did we decide
you find another...
No, like the slug that's right there in front of you, he's on fire.
Okay. What am I trying to find? I'm trying to
And
find something.
actually,
Something that's important.
you do, beneath your feet, spy
A leech.
a
What is
leech.
it? What am I trying to find?
Is it like a mama leech?
Oh, I know
Nope.
what I'm trying to find.
As the face of
Quite
leeches.
frankly, it's actually... So you pass by Arros, you're able to discern that he has a leech, again, about the size of a loaf of bread, on his leg. You pass by Grim, you see there's a fire elemental poking a leech, in slow motion next to Grim's leg. As you pass by that, you see that leech is about the size of a loaf of bread. As you land in the center of town, right next to the fire pit, right there on the ground, wriggling and writhing, is a leech that is maybe the size of a strawberry. not a full about the size of a softball sized strawberry. About that big.
Love that prop.
Yeah, love that prop.
Used for everything.
That's
so
it.
you see that. Grim, that is now your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna set down the orb so
Okay.
I rock so that there's light in places, and then I'm gonna recklessly attack the slug that's right in front of me. I'm just gonna straight into the ground.
I love that Grim is a character that like if you get punched if you get that close. Like there's just
Getting
this,
punched.
it's the only
You
option.
can't.
I'm liking the visual of Jack standing there with a glowing spear with a trench coat over his mostly naked body.
It really negates the fear I'm trying to go for.
It's a different kind of fear.
So you punch.
18 to hit.
You will hit
Good.
this
I'm gonna
leech.
teach you a
23
different kind of
damage.
fear.
Oh wait, hold on. What? Say it again.
23 damage.
Sorry. You're
18 to hit.
you don't hit the leech.
18 don't hit
What?
the leech. Well, I'm gonna punch it in there. Critical hit.
Excellent. Sorry. So I think before I let Arrows you hit the leech with your Eldritch Blast, you should not have. We're going to allow that. I was looking at the wrong stat block.
His 19 didn't hit either?
No, it did hit. Sorry.
Okay.
Man, I'm accidentally giving you all the information that you need, but you critical hit on your second punch. So Grim, your first punch, like when you punch it, you're expecting like it definitely looks fleshy and kind of gelatinous like a leech would look, but when you punch it, like you can feel that this is really hard. Like this leech is a substantial being.
Okay.
Okay.
I was paying attention. Yeah, but there's
No, you're good.
Grim is brutal critical, but it doesn't apply that automatically on his critical. So I had to make sure of what I was rolling.
Okay.
And brutal critical, for those who don't know, you get to add another dice to your crit rolls. So that's 42 damage
42 damage on that
Oh.
same fire leech.
on the same fire leech.
Okay.
Fiery leech loaf.
Is he still alive?
It yet lives.
Dang.
You punch it though, and as you
Sucks.
punch it, like blood shoots out of its mouth. As you're squeezing some of the blood that's been engorged on out of its mouth.
That sucks.
That's pretty gross.
It's a leech.
It is.
It's barely alive though. It's like wriggling. It's a lot smaller as well. It is barely alive.
Okay. I forgot very briefly how rage works for Grim.
Uh-huh.
So when you enter your rage, you're supposed to choose to go frenzy at that point. I was mistakenly under the impression that it was a bonus action you had to take on another turn. Would you allow me to use it as that in this case?
If
or
you'd
no?
like, sure.
Okay. So that's what he'll use his bonus action for,
Excellent.
and then that's it.
Frenzy, what does that do again?
It'll give me another attack as a bonus action, so I have 3 attacks instead of 2.
Okay, gotcha. Excellent. Sounds good.
So yeah, Grim's just gonna punch. He's gonna marvel at why this thing is still alive after being. Well, I guess not. You already said he's tough. It's a thick loaf of
Thick loaf.
thick loaf. So that's it.
For you? Alright.
Yeah.
It's going to use every ounce of its essence.
Is
Got
it its turn?
advantage.
It is its turn.
1d10 fire damage.
Well, I would
Are you
also
in
take-
its space?
No, it's on fire.
Okay, you lit it on fire earlier.
Yeah.
Gotcha. When you touched it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anything I touch, if it is an object or a creature, it ignites into flame.
Excellent.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right. So
So-
how much damage does the D10?
D10. So
That's all you.
is that 9?
6.
You sure?
That's a 9.
Either
you're
way,
right.
yeah, it is 9.
That's
Either
a-
way, 9 or a 6, the fire. So you punch it, and like some of the whenever you hit wood that's on fire, the cracklings come off, and so you hear, and it just fizzles and burns, and as it was writhing on the ground, the leech beneath you is dead.
Grimm's old-fashioned leech cracklings.
Delicious.
Get yours today.
All right, so leech number 2, Arros. I've clicked the wrong thing. Leech number 2, Arros, is coming after that swiggity swoogity boogity. Will an unnatural 20 hit?
Yeah.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. It bites into you. Actually, it is attached to you, so it actually didn't even have to roll to hit you. It's still attached, so I'm going to roll some suck damage. This thing is going to do the suck.
Well, will a 3 protect me?
It...
Will a 3?
No. So, before bad things happen, you take nine suck damage.
Oh.
It sucks 9...
Oh, ugh. Why can't I rest?
It sucks 9 damages of blood out of you. And you also suffer 1 level of exhaustion because of that. If anyone will look up...
You have disadvantage on ability checks.
Oh, no.
I know, because I also have disadvantage.
Okay. Which is going to make things pretty bad in the future. The last thing that happens is, Arrows, you lose consciousness.
I'm asleep now?
You are your vision goes away. You are no longer in control of your own body. Arrows.
Now we get to kill the boy.
Your eyes.
Well, I'm very close to getting
the bottom of your eyelids are starting to pool a little bit with blood.
Oh.
And you're hurting. And you're no longer in control of your body.
Well, this lich
and none of your
chose the wrong person.
And none of your friends know this yet.
So... Yeah,
On your next turn, you will gain the ability to roll another Constitution saving throw to regain control of your body.
So, when you mean I lose consciousness, it's just everything is black. I can't...
Right. It's as if you're asleep.
I can't speak, can't do nothing.
You can't do nothing.
Can't see anyone, too.
You
John.
are not conscious. You are familiar with the word conscious?
I know.
You are not that. Okay. So, unfortunately, this is what has occurred. And that's going to end that leech's turn. Leech numero tres, which is the one that appeared below Jack, is going to wriggle its way over to you, Jack, and it's going to try to attach to you.
It's a lot of them leech loaves.
Will a 10 hit?
Almost. No.
Okay. So it tries to attack you or get on you, and you kind of like kick it away a little bit.
Hello there, my valuable little morsel.
All right. So that is the end of the leech's turn, and it is now Kate's turn. And Kate's going to call out. And she's going to say, "Is everything okay in there?"
No.
Arlo sizzles.
What do you need me to do?
Just stay outside. Don't come in here. It's very bad in here. You don't need to die.
Okay. That'll be the end of her turn. Arlo, it's now your turn.
Don't come here. We're not decent.
One of us isn't.
I'm definitely not decent.
Let's see. Can I remember the Golnocks, right? I remember them as being pretty cool people. Can I see the other two, like, wielding weapons and headed this way?
Yeah, you can see them.
That doesn't seem too...
Are you rolling saves for them?
Huh?
Are you rolling saves for the Golnocks?
Not those ones.
Okay.
I was asking, can I perception to see if I see, like, what's up here?
Yeah.
It's a 26.
You see that these things are sucked down to the point where they're like skin and bones. Ooh. You remember that this race of people that you found underneath this cavern, they were like very big, strong people. Like, it is surprising to see these like skin and bones things. Like, it looks like their bodies are almost half asleep, but there's like blood leaking out of their eyes. There's flesh and blood hanging out of their mouths as they're running towards you. To your perception, it seems as though they are not themselves.
Gotcha.
And possibly beyond repair. Who knows?
Gotcha. Yeah, this does not look right. So, what do I see between the lance and the stone? Because I see within their light.
Between the lance and the rock, there's nothing in this area between Jack and Grim. It's just these two guys headed towards...
There's a table.
They were headed towards Grim. There is a table between Jack and Grim.
Okay. I'm going to head towards that one over there.
Which one?
Not this one, that one.
Okay, Arlo's headed that way.
The one I look like I can get too closest. I got 50 feet. Can I make it?
I'm going to extend your perception roll that as he's running, and his left arm goes forward to sprint with the shield in his hand, you see attached to this thing's spine a really, really big leech.
Eee, nasty. Okay. Did I make it to him?
Yeah, you're there.
Okay. I'm gonna karate flamey chop the leech on his back. I want to just avoid him and just get the leech on his back.
Okay.
So I know that's gonna suck. He's a leech, but still. 22 to hit the leech.
22 will hit that leech.
Cool. It's 2d6 plus the 3. That's a 5 and a 5. So that's 13 damage on the leech.
Okay.
He also takes an extra d10 because I entered up his base and ignited him. So an extra d10.
Just a FYI, I don't know when we plan on having a break, but
Also.
if everybody else needs to use the turlet, I need to use it in about 20 minutes. Open that door, let you in.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a 9 to ignite a fire.
All right. Wait.
9 damage. He catches on fire.
9 total damage?
No, plus the 13 from earlier.
Okay,
I did a
22
single
damage
attack.
total.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. 22. So the Golnock is also on fire, or just the leech?
I hit the leech. You determine because it says
but this
the
is-
creature.
But none of this is the area thing, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Gotcha.
Hey, Juice, what's up, buddy? So yeah, not yet.
The leech is now on fire. You can tell that whenever you... Hello, Juice. You can tell that whenever you try to attack this leech, your fiery hand goes deeper into the flesh of this leech as you try to ignite it. It feels as though the larger these creatures are, the thinner their skin.
Okay. So I don't have much more movement speed.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm just going to I'm gonna slap it, just backhand that spiny leech one more time.
Backhand it.
And he'll take an extra attack. He's already on fire, and I'm just gonna back up so that dude man's not in my range. Although he does have a giant flaming leech on his back. So.
You'll have to roll another attack.
Yeah. So it was a 22 to attack on that
That will
one.
hit the leech again.
And then 5 damage on that one.
5 damage. Gotcha. The leech sizzles on his back as you leave his range, correct?
Yeah, and I'm right outside of range.
Okay. So as
What's
you
that, 5
leave,
feet?
Yep.
5
As you leave, you're trying to avoid an opportunity attack? Or?
I'm just trying to avoid damaging our tribal buddy as much as we
Gotcha.
can.
Well, backing out, he's going to take an opportunity attack on you. Try to swing at you with his spear. Try to stab at thee.
That's cool.
Which he will do a 19 to hit.
Does it hit me? Yes, it does hit.
All right. Wait, does the fire elemental have anything special where you don't take damage from things?
Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical weapons.
So
And I am immune to fire and poison.
So his spear just passes through your fire.
Well, that's resistance.
So he just takes half.
Okay,
half.
you take half. Well, good news for you. You can take 3 damage.
Oh, man, I'm dead.
Juice, you tapping your tail on this wall, bro.
Okay.
And as he attacks you with their spear, you can see almost as he stabs at you, as you can almost see behind his eyes with your high perception roll. You can almost see that there's a little light. The eyes are the windows to the soul.
Gotcha.
You can almost see that there might be someone in there trying to get out.
Question for the DM. Did he touch me?
The spear did. So
Okay,
not him.
So he's good.
Because the eyes are the window to the soul, it's time for a word from today's sponsor.
Well, hello there, loyal Dungeon Boys listeners. This is Krong from Krong Strong Blacksmithing Incorporated. My name is Krong, as I've told you before, and today we're running a special for Dungeon Boys listeners on the Bagger Dagger. This is a dagger. When you stab someone with it, it puts them in a bag. That way you don't have to put their body in a bag yourself. Bags come included. If you need more, come see me at Krong's. Also, to get 20% off your order, just say Krong Strong at checkout.
Everyone has a use for a dagger that puts people in body bags whenever you stab them with it. Anyway, back to the episode.
It is now,
And a mighty turn it was.
yeah. Arlo, you are now standing between Grim and this creature.
Right.
And this creature is going to try to pass through you to get to Grim. It just swung a spear at you, finding no purchase, finding that you are really not so much physical as you are made of fire. It's going to just like run through you to try to get to Grim because this thing has flesh in its eyes.
Well, he's on fire now.
Yep.
So
what kind of damage we taking?
he takes a D10 and he continues to be on fire until he takes some action to put himself out.
All right, roll the damage for the D10.
It's come up 9 every time.
Yeah.
10.
10.
Wow.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Well, your 10 damage, this leech, though powerful, may not be very smart. Its engorged size has thinned its skin out to where it's, less non-susceptible to damage. And so it fizzles out and burns and takes more fire than it thinks than it could. And it dies and detaches off the back of the Golnock, flopping to the ground.
Who is now also on fire.
Bless you.
Allergic to leech dust.
No more.
Yeah, excuse me. This Golnock, unfortunately, also not the, his body is very weak. After the leech falls off of his back, he is on fire, and he comes back to his senses. On fire, I'm burning. And he falls over, his skin melting off of his bones, and right in front of your eyes, he also dies.
Little shake of the head from Arlo.
Yeah.
You just
He burns to death. But as he burns to death, someone has come running out of this hut. Someone unadorned by a leech, a regular lass, the wife, maybe, of this man who is running at you, and she says, my husband, what's happening? She's
Definitely the wife.
upset. She's standing right in front.
Instinctively,
Actually,
Arlo
laughing at
wants to
this.
go for a comforting hug, but that's not the right thing to do here.
Yeah. So as he falls dead, burning alive, and then now dead, she turns to you in fear, looking up at you like this now. Like we've had leeches, and now what are you? Looking at you fearfully.
I just kind of I just want to hang my head. So
Okay.
I'll turn around. It's not actually using movement. I just turn around.
Gotcha. Let's see. We got another fella here. This guy's coming at you. Boom, boom, boom. Grim. He's coming to stab that boom key.
He's got advantage.
Okay. He rolls to stab you, not once, but twice
Resist attack.
with the spear. He's got
Fails.
advantage.
Yeah,
Huh?
he does.
Okay, so not a crit, but the biggest one was 24? 20 no. Yeah, 20 no. 25.
They hit.
Okay, 25 will hit. Let's go ahead and roll the second hit, or the second possible hit. It's a crit. So we got technically 3 hits here.
You need a crit fail, right?
Crit is a crit hit, unfortunately. So he's going to hit you with the first amount of damage is 7 damage for the first stab. He's going to pull that spear out. 13, 18, 22 damage on the second one.
22 just on the second one?
So 22 on the second one, and then 7 on the first one.
Okay.
So a total of 29 damage. He stabs you, shrieking. Stabs you twice with his spear, doing the damage to you.
Grim a little beat up
Yep.
from, the explosion.
Um,
So he's gonna kind of fall over a little bit with these stabs.
yeah,
He's not falling to a knee or anything, but they're hurting him more than.
gotcha. And as you look into this thing's eyes, you as well, being a perceptive person, you can see that there might be just these things are being taken over by these leeches, right? Like you're this is clear to you. And the stabs coming in, you see the giant leech on his back, and you can almost detect that there's someone barely fighting inside to try to get out of this situation.
They're in the car, just the back seat.
Yes. The next one will be this one up here. You guys notice this Golnock fellow with a leech on his back stabs the lady in front of him. and then falls to the ground as he kills her, and then just immediately takes a giant bite out of her neck, pulling the flesh as she screams, blood shooting out of her neck, and begins to feast on her living body.
Oh,
Gross.
that is gross.
And now the fourth Golnock here is headed for you, Jack. He comes in, but this one does not look as gaunt. This Golnock doesn't look quite as sucked dry, and the leech on his back, from what you can tell, is not like a bulldog-sized leech.
Does he make saving throw?
This one is a
on his
lot
turn?
smaller, and he will make a saving throw.
He get +3.
He get +3 to his saving throw because of your thingies.
My thingies are good.
Right.
Did he save?
He saved.
Nice.
So he opens his eye, like he blinks one time, and blood is running out of his eyes. But instead of them being bloodshot and like under something else's control, so his eyes close with determination and bloodlust. They open with fear and confusion, and you hear him say, "What's going on? Why am I?" As his spear comes down towards you, taking disadvantage, I'm going to say, on this like spear attack that he's already started coming at you.
Can I speak to him?
Yeah, as he's accidentally attacking you with disadvantage, you can speak to him.
You've got some kind of mind-controlling leech on your back. It's on his back, right?
Yeah.
Can you hit it any way?
His spear comes down, even with disadvantage. He rolled a 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Maybe tuck and roll something.
Shoot. His spear actually hits you. It hits you like right in your gut, and you take 9 damage from it. And he says, "I'm sorry, Jack.
Not your fault, mate."
He turns around to you as he like is about to flop on the ground, and he said, "Get it off me, please."
Give me 2 minutes.
He falls to the ground, and that's going to be the end of their turns. It is now Arros' turn.
Oh, I'm pretty sure...
Nope, it's not Arros' turn. You're going to do what I say. Because you're possessed by a leech. Except you do roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 3!
You are still under the control of the leech.
Oh,
Bad
no.
news, Arros. You're going to unsheath whatever weapon it is you've got.
I don't have anything. Kate has it.
You don't have any weapons?
She has my enchanted sword. I have nothing.
When? Why? Why?
Because he was using all spells.
Okay, all right.
I forgot about that.
Well, guess what you're going to try to do with your bare hands to Grim. You're going to sprint towards Grim.
I'm suddenly very glad he doesn't have the bear.
Actually, no. These leeches aren't that dumb. You're going to sprint to that lady that was between Arlo and Grim. And she's leaning over the charred remains of her dead husband.
No.
You're going to jump.
No.
You're going to jump on her back, and you're going to try to bite her neck.
No.
So I'm going to need you to roll a bite attack. We're going to give you... They're your teeth, so we're going to give you proficiency, I guess, with biting, and roll a strength like melee attack.
So, just roll. What do you have? Gosh. Go back over here.
Also increase whatever roll.
Wait, I'm strikes right here. Yeah, just roll that.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever you end up with, add 2 to it.
16?
18.
Yeah, 18.
You jump on this lady's back, wrap your
I'm
arms
so good at
around
this.
her, and sink your teeth into her neck. You are pulsing with extra strength from this leech piloting you, despite it sucking your blood. Oh, also, it's going to suck more of your blood out. You've got a meat pilot. You're also going to go ahead and take 16 damage.
I'm dead.
Unconscious.
You're unconscious?
He had 15 health.
Yeah.
All right. So as you bite, you rip. Wait a second. As you bite, you rip some flesh out of this lady's neck, and the last little bit of suck happens to you, and the lights go out with stuff in your mouth, and you land backwards on your back, prone. But some of the blood runs down your throat, and goes into the leech's system, and your eyes open again, bloodshot, still controlled by the leech, laying prone on your back. Arlo, you witnessed this.
Wait, hold up. So, I'm dead?
Let's see. We're gonna roll.
You were
real
down
quick.
for the count. You can't make saving throws until you have revived, I assume.
You're gonna take back though 1 health.
So I'm at 1?
Yeah. You're.
Okay.
We'll say you're at 1 health at this point.
Oh no, wrong.
This leech chose the wrong vessel. It's just gonna keep killing you by accident. But you do have 1 health right now.
Sweet.
You're like what, 12?
Yeah. And no, I'm pretty sure I put it on 13, so close.
Okay.
All right, Arlo, you of course witnessed this. Jack, it's your turn. Jack, we'll say maybe you heard you've been looking around. You might have seen what's going on with the Arros as well, but you got other things to do.
Okay.
I got better plans than this kid.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
I'm gonna do a bonus action
Uh-huh.
and do Peerless Athlete.
Okay.
I can push, carry, and move stuff twice as heavy as I could before.
Mm-hmm.
And I can jump 10 feet more than I could before.
Okay.
And with my increased strength, I want to grab the leech and try and just, I want to plant my feet on this dude's shoulder blades and just try and rip the thing off.
Okay, Peerless Athlete will give you advantage on this strength check.
If that works for me.
See if the leech can hold on.
Ooh, good thing. Hey! That's a 19 plus 4. 23.
Roll a 5 to hold on. Your strength is too much for it, and you rip this leech clean off this guy's back. Blood like a fountain shoots out of his back. He screams as the leech is in your hands, about the size of a loaf of bread.
Oh, you monster.
It doesn't look good. This is my Jericho voice.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good. Kate, the girl that was with us earlier, she's right outside the circle. Just run between those 2 houses over there and try and get out.
Okay, he says, "Oh, okay," as he stands up and begins to try to make that happen.
We'll take care of you as soon as this is over.
Oh, grab my daughter!
Point me in the right direction. I don't know which house is yours.
He points backwards to the northeast house over there.
Okay, I can't see it. But
Roll a quick perception check for me.
8.
We'll say the light is going out that far somewhat. In the doorway of this house, you can see that he's the only one who made it out of there. There's like a pile of just bloody mush and child-sized arms and things coming out of his house.
Same color as the blood that's all over him?
Yeah.
I just mean, presumably he's the one that did it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, presumably he was dying without knowing it on his family.
Cool.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's it. I can't do anything else. I still want to look and see if there's a source of the darkness here, but
Okay.
next turn.
Gotcha. Actually, after this happens, we'll say you guys can sense around you peripherally the darkness got a little bit heavier outside. It's growing a little bit, it seems. Okay, yeah, this will work. Perfect. Grim, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Do I see a leech on the back of this one dude? Or
Yeah, you
somewhere on
absolutely
this
do. And
Okay.
he's thick.
Thick?
He be thick.
He's weak.
Wait,
Because you said
have we done this before?
What?
I just
Yeah,
had
now.
deja vu.
maybe.
Maybe Zenith just frequently says that means it's weak.
I think that's the first time. Anyway,
That does sound familiar.
I'm gonna tuck around behind him and just give him the old 1-2 punch to the leech.
Okay. His spine crumbling below it.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Recklessly attacking. Got a 21 for the first hit.
Oh, that'll hit that leech, baby.
It's a 26 damage.
That'll hit that leech.
I'm also punching where I'm assuming if they're ovular, then their mouth. I'm punching where the back of his mouth, basically.
Okay.
I want to rot away that area and just
I'm
get him
gonna
off this
kick you
dude as
in the back
fast as
of the teeth.
possible.
Good idea.
How many damage?
Detaches.
26.
I just ripped it out of my guy.
26. Okay. creature.
It's like a tick.
Right, you punch it, and you can see like blood spurting out from the sides of its mouth after your first punch on its back, but it yet lives. But you can tell you did a lot more damage to this than you did to the one that was by your legs.
I got a 20 for the next hit. Not natural.
That will still hit.
Okay.
Oh, not natural?
Not natural.
You critted.
I mean, no, sorry. No. It's not natural. Nat 20.
Okay, sorry.
Right, yeah, it's just
I don't know how to play this game. It's my first time.
22 damage.
22 damage, your second punch, you punch, your hand goes into the leech, blood splats all over the place, and the guy that was being piloted by the leech just like falls forward on the ground, dead.
He's dead?
Yeah,
Crap.
just twitching.
Crap.
This man had been sucked clean.
And then so is there still a leech over at Jack? Or no? There's nothing over there?
There is still a leech on the ground at Jack. There are actually now 2 leeches on the ground. You just pulled. Jack's got one on his hand. Or what'd you do to you threw it?
I just pulled it off of him. I guess I'm still holding it.
Yeah.
This is an angry dog.
So this guy is like about to run. So yeah, now there's another leech over here.
Okay. And then... Okay.
These guys are gone now, though.
Okay. That sucks. I don't know what to do.
You killed him now.
I did.
You killed my gun.
I'm gonna...
Chris.
Well, I want to see, like, is there... Can I just roll perception, I guess?
What you looking for?
Can I? I want to see, like, if there's any clues anywhere about the darkness stuff.
Okay, sure.
Because, like, my assumption as a player is that something's got to be making it. Maybe the leeches are making it. I don't know. But I don't know. So I just want to see, like, if there's any suspiciousness in any of the buildings or just somewhere around where I can see.
Sure.
Let me do that real quick. That is a 17.
17 will... Give me just a moment, and I'll tell you something that you see in the middle of the leech block of turns.
Okay.
Cool?
And then I've still got movement, so I'm going to run over there to Jack.
Okay. Also, with your perception, you can see, like we talked about kind of when we took a break, like, there are still people running around. Like, there's still screams. There's still, like, if you guys are intending to save people, like, we can, whatever you want to do. Like, there are people around. They're running. They're fearful. Many of them are cowering in their homes, etc.
Then I'll actually do that. Then I'll go to, like, the nearest person who's not leeched.
Gotcha.
And try to just point them in the direction to leave.
Okay, so there are some people over here in this area that were also running from that same guy.
Mm-hmm.
They're hiding underneath this table. They're like 3 kids hiding underneath this feast table, cowering in fear. Want to go over there to them?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll can I talk to them? Or
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna, like, bend down. Glasses on. I'm just gonna say, it's all right. It's all right. You're safe for now, but you've got to get out of here. Go, and I, like, point back to where we came in. Get out there. There's a lady, Kate. She'll help you.
But my mommy, my daddy.
We'll take care of them. Just go. You need to get safe. You focus on yourself now. Get out of here.
Okay, come on, guys. And the older girl that's underneath there grabs the 2 younger boys and by their hands and begins to run off in the direction that you pointed. Seemingly safely. You don't see anything between them and the
seemingly purple worm.
You don't see anything between them and the exit, but they're running off towards safety.
Cool. I guess with the rest of my movement, I'll go somewhere else.
Okay, gotcha. Where?
I don't know.
Sorry, I don't know why I said okay. Gotcha. Like,
I'll just end it there.
Okay.
Because I don't have any other goal.
All right. It is now the leech's turn, and one thing that you will see now is maybe in fear, maybe for some other reason, the tiny leech that was on the ground underneath where Jack just yanked a leech off the back of that Golnock. The tiny leech that was on the ground, you see it, like, begin to burrow down into the ground.
Opportunity of attack?
Yeah, sure. Jack, you also noticed this, but Grim, with your perception roll earlier, you're able to discern that as well under Jack's feet.
Okay.
Can I use my lance to, like, kind of jab it out of the dirt? Like,
sure.
Prevent it from leaving?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to do that.
Grim, to your vision, it seemed to be intentional about the place it was going. It didn't go down immediately where it was. It actually went closer to Jack, and then went down into the earth. We'll say that's kind of what your perception told you. Like, seems a little odd. Why wouldn't it go straight down? So go ahead.
All right. Well, in the case that it's crawling towards me, can I like kick it away from myself?
Sorry. It started going towards you, went past you a little bit, and you still get your opportunity attack. Sorry.
Okay. It doesn't matter. I only rolled an 8, so there's nothing I can add to that hits 19.
Unfortunately, yes. You jab the lance in the ground, but it's already down in the dirt.
So it didn't like stop in front of Jack. It went past him and then went down.
Yeah.
So it wasn't paying Jack really any attention.
Right. It's almost like it was trying to get away or something.
Okay.
You coward.
Maybe get to safety. Who knows? As much as you can discern from the way a leech moves across the ground.
Right. Leech movement.
How do we interpret this?
So that leech has gone underground. Leech number 3 is the one I believe that Jack is holding in his hands. No, leech number 5 is the one that you're holding in your hands. Leech number 3 is the one that went underneath the ground. So you're holding a leech in your hands, Jack. It's going to, with disadvantage because you're holding it, it's going to try to turn around and bite that hand.
Nay.
It will not do it. 7 plus whatever it has, which would be, there's,
12. 7 plus 5.
No, it's more than that. So it turns around.
It wasn't a plus 5.
It turns around and it
bites my hand.
It bites your hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Now I don't know what it is. I am immune to disease.
Yeah.
And I get advantage on charm effects, and I get +3 to saving throws.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that Constitution saving throw and take 1 damage for me.
Okay. Poopy. Oh wait, advantage on charm?
Actually, not because of that, but you should roll with advantage because something else is going on with it. You just removed it. It's extremely disoriented. It's
Okay.
like
18 plus
3.
Constitution is... Where's my Constitution? +2 is 20, +3 is 23.
You succeed. It is not able to overtake you, but you can feel that happening. It's
And I
trying.
take 1
It's
damage?
trying to overtake your body,
Okay. Sweet.
and it doesn't get a full purchase on its bite.
Like
Like Arrows just like having something back there, just
So this thing's like attached to like my wrist? Just
like if you were holding it with like you pulled it out with your hands, it like came around and got on the base of your wrist. We have a hope. Okay, so it is now. Was it your turn all along? No, it was the leech's turn.
It was
Sorry.
attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it was the leech's turn. Leech numero 4. Where's the 4th leech?
Is it on me? No, that's
That's
two.
the dude that stabbed Jack.
Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he was really sorry about it.
Gotcha. I think I've lost track, but I think I've got it now. Leech number 4 is not going to do anything. We had the 1 leech go away, so we're back at the correct total number of
The
leeches.
things you have on the board that look like leeches, those are leeches by themselves. The eyeballs are infected people.
Yeah.
So there's baby leech underground near me, then there's a leech on the ground, and then there's the one I'm holding, I think.
Well, 4 should disappear because Jack saved that guy and he ran, right?
Yeah, I was going to wait for his turn to get away.
Oh, that was the one you peeled off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was technically the one I labeled 5, but I think we had 1 die, and I should have. Anyway, we're good. The only leeches by you, Jack, are the one that went underneath your feet and went down into the dirt,
And the
one
I'm
you're holding.
Okay.
The only other leech you see now at this point would be the one that is attached to Arlo.
Not me.
Or Arros.
I mean Arros. Sorry, excuse me, Arros. So it is now Kate's turn, and Kate, you can hear her outside say, "There are a few people coming out. See who else you can send." And then it's Arlo's turn.
Okay. So I saw this going on. Go ahead.
Anytime people are walking, like running past, I am kind of like trying to redirect them if someone happens by.
Gotcha.
I'm not just standing there letting people go by till I see someone off in the distance.
Gotcha.
Pointing with my leech.
Just dangling under there.
Like a librarian.
Grody.
So, alright, so Arros is like right there. I see him face plant, and he's got a leech hanging on to him.
Actually back plant. He rips a chunk of flesh off a lady's neck. She shrieks and bleeds a lot, and then he stands up and falls backwards on his back with flesh in his mouth.
Remember, I'm going rogue. You might not know when I'm going to attack.
Is the leech on his back?
The leech is currently it's on his leg.
Oh, okay.
Your fire's gonna kill me.
I cannot do a lot of healing right now, but I could destroy things.
Yep.
Um,
You
I
notice
will-
on his leg a leech growing in size.
I'm gonna touch it.
Okay. You touch the leech. Roll to touch.
it. Roll to touch it. Gingerly.
At this point, the leech is still small, so it's still got its like extra non-hurties.
9 on the first touch.
It does not. Your fire does not begin to burn.
20 on the second touch.
Natural or unnatural?
Unnatural 20.
All right. So you do burn it on the second try.
Cool. It also ignites and takes an extra D10. So it's 2D6 plus 3. So 4 and 6. So 10 plus 3 is 13 plus a D10. 9. Bunch of 9s.
Oh.
Okay. There you go.
So was 22?
It is on fire. It
So-
begins to squeal as it continues to suck on Arros's bloody body.
Attack wise, it is now a flaming leech hanging on to you.
Yeah.
I know Arros is not looking too hot, but I'm not a big healer right now.
She's just flickering at his dead body,
Right?
lighting it on fire.
So he'd be alright.
Yeah.
He'd be all right. In the back of my mind, he'll be alright. So 4, he ran off.
Yeah.
And that's the one that Jack is like hanging on to. 5 is like down there on the ground. What's happening?
Okay, so no. This guy, this Golnock is now not an enemy of yours.
Okay.
I'll get rid of him. He was trying to escape. He's extremely injured, but he was trying to escape.
He limped his way out.
On Jack's hand is a leech, about the size of a loaf of bread.
Okay.
And that's all you see right now.
Okay.
You don't see this other leech, which is burrowed into the dirt. Of course, beyond him is another possessed Golnock guy stabbing a lady and then eating her flesh.
So I'm going to pass Jack. Do not attack of opportunity me.
I attack
Okay.
of opportunity.
And as
On
Jack
the
is like
leech.
flailing around and stuff, I want to like smack that leech as I go by.
Okay?
Well, no, I can't. I just pass it.
Okay.
So, in passing, may I graze it?
Without grazing Jack?
Yeah. Just
No. That would be like a...
sorry, Jack.
That'd be
You're
a
on
hit.
your own on this one.
You could, of course, pass through Jack's space and light him and the
No,
leech on fire.
we probably don't want to do that.
I'll save you.
I'll say it's like instead of running in with the fire extinguisher, you're running in with the flamethrower. So I'm just heading my way up towards number uno.
Okay.
So do I have enough room to get there?
Sure. You said you had like 55 movement speed or whatever.
50. Yeah. So I'll hang out until next turn because I made my attacks.
All
You
right.
gain 10 feet when you pass by me.
That's true.
Yeah.
So then you made it.
Cool.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out. I can't make an attack again. So.
Okay, so this guy is bloodthirsty. The lady that he's trying to munch upon is still alive, so he's still munching. He's tearing flesh off
So
of her
end of
body.
turn wise, I just made it there.
Yeah, and so now it's his turn, and he is going to continue feasting upon this lass, feasting upon her body. Other than that, we don't have any Golnock turns. The one that you saved from the leech is now sprinting out of the town, out of the darkness, bleeding, limping, moving slowly, but making it. And then it will be Arros' turn, and Arros, you're going to roll. You're alive. So roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Do
I
it.
saw it from here.
Do it. We're gonna do it.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Stop pressing the 3 button. Roll your dice.
I'm trying.
You are not successful. The leech sucks enough blood out of you again to where you lose complete consciousness. You are now dead on the ground with a leech attached to you.
So that's 1 damage.
Yeah, 1 damage. You're dead. But that since your heart has stopped beating, you know, and we're going to roll death saving throws for the next couple seconds, the leech seemingly it prefers living flesh. It prefers blood that's flowing and things that are alive. So
Good job, Heart.
as you die,
Is the leech also distracted by being on fire?
it is also distracted by being on fire.
Just checking.
So it releases its teeth and flops to the ground and remains on fire. And there you go. But it's not its turn, so it's not going to take that damage yet. But Arros, you are now dead, but no longer having a leech attached to you.
Sweet.
Yes.
I guess.
It's a win, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a win. Jack.
We're gonna take it.
Okay. Would you call these things intelligent? Is there anything to indicate to me that they are thinking creatures
Are you indicating us as players? Or?
Like with language, or
with language?
they don't communicate via language.
Okay. Because I was going to use command to have it release my arm, but if it doesn't understand the language, it can't follow a command.
They're impulse creatures.
All right.
With
In that case,
operate via, relatively advanced tactics, I guess. I don't know.
manual override. The leech.
The big lever.
Yeah. Actually, tell me at what point I don't have enough actions to do this.
Okay.
So, can I take a rope out of my bag and tourniquet my arm and cut off the blood flow to the leech?
Ooh. Oh.
I will allow it, absolutely.
Cool. I do that.
Okay.
I'd take a rope out with one hand, wrap it around, and shove my lance up through it and kind of twist it around.
Okay. Let's say that would probably hurt to cut off all the blood flow to your arm.
So does the leech.
Yeah, the leech is also hurting. So the leech is we'll just call it that you're gonna take leech suck you damage.
Okay.
But through the tourniquet, you're cutting off its access in some way via the magical, however I made up the way these leeches work.
You got legs and an arm.
Yeah. And just because it's a really good idea. You did take 13 suck damage. Your arm alone took 13 damage. Your arm is looking like a shriveled mess. But you cut off its ability to control you. The attack it's doing on your nervous system, you felt that stop whenever you put on the tourniquet.
All right. And that took my action?
I'd say that's definitely an action.
All right.
To remove rope from your bag and tie it around your arm, got to be an action for sure.
Yeah. Interact with objects, free action, then action to tie it off, I guess.
That's my head thoughts
All right.
occurring in my head brains.
What is lay on hands? Is that a bonus action?
Lay on hands.
Hey, did you?
It should tell you.
I think
Where
it's
is
an action.
Let's find out.
Trying to find where my paladin features start. Detect location, blah, blah, blah. As an action. Poopy.
I thought it was action.
Okay. Jackie's
Yes.
looking great.
Pardon me.
Time to die, dog.
There's not much I can do as a bonus action.
You haven't moved.
No, I haven't moved. Can I use my bonus action to just whip my arm around and see if I can fling this thing loose now that it's got no blood supply?
Sure.
I don't know.
Flail as a bonus action.
You want me to roll strength? See if I can fling it off?
Sure.
All right.
Let's do a strength check. We'll do the strength thing with disadvantage though, because it is
Yeah.
sucked in with teeth.
Don't have leverage.
Yeah.
All right. Disadvantage?
Yeah.
That's a 13.
It rolled an unnatural 20, so it remains attached by its teeth.
Poopy.
By the skin of its
By the skin of its teeth, which is a disgusting thought.
I would like to say, quality of build wise, the table has passed.
Yeah. You got a big dice stack over there. That's Bryce's least favorite thing in the whole world, but
It is.
But it works.
it is perfect. You did this by making a good table.
Thank you.
It is now Grimm's turn.
Woo!
Also, as these turns are ending, the shrieking and fear has not stopped in the sound, but most of it is farther away from you. You're noticing that you guys telling people to leave and, being beacons of light inside this darkness have allowed people to illumine their way to safety. And so it seems like the people who are still alive in the village are clearing out and avoiding the leeches. And really, there's not a whole lot of people in a ton of danger inside the darkness at this point, as you have, given them reason to leave.
Mostly it's us in danger inside the darkness at this point.
Yes.
Gotcha.
There's still definitely, like, that one lady's still getting eaten right in front of you.
There's stragglers.
There's probably, like, one or two people getting eaten on the ground and that kind of thing.
People who got stuff to do. Other people
Right.
have moseyed on.
Is this
Yeah.
Grimm's turn?
It's Grimm's turn
Can I
currently.
speak to him?
Yeah, if you like.
Grim, did you see the one burrowing down?
Yeah, it looked like it was going somewhere intentionally.
Yes. Perhaps we should see if that's what's causing this darkness.
That's what I hope to find out.
I'm a bit impeded. If you could take care of that one.
The impotence. The one that I'm...
Yeah.
Which one?
The hole.
The burrow? Okay.
Yes.
What do I want to find out? I guess maybe survival, possibly, for like following tracks, so it's underground, or perception to see if there's any other suspicious activity somewhere around.
Roll to shovel.
To save your roll, like, it just burrowed straight down. Like, there's just,
Like, is there any?
Is the hole dynamite sized?
Yeah.
What's going on farther away? So, like, I want to grab a rock, light it up, and chunk it
In which direction?
over there, that way.
Okay, your rock, you throw it hard or soft?
Well, I'm in like the center of town. I want to try to measure out my strength to not just shotgun it out of town. I want to like, how much of this area can I see? Like, can I see where these houses start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I just want to like roll it basically over there, like soft lob, and
Gotcha.
have it land just to illuminate a little bit more area.
Soft lob.
It illuminates, more dead bodies.
Mhm.
A couple people like on the ground. But it rolls past those houses a little bit, and it just the darkness. You can tell that it gets to the edge of the darkness and kind of rolls out of there.
Is there like any indication on the ground anywhere of where these things came from?
Not really, except for the disturbance on the ground where this thing dug in.
Then there's no like big boulder sitting around somewhere that fell and they just crawled out of.
No, it does not look like that. That's the case.
Okay, I'm gonna go to another person who's freaking out, I guess.
Okay.
Wherever the closest
So
one is.
just roll a perception check.
Okay.
I'm afraid that I'm throwing you off a trail that I didn't mean to.
29.
The ground is absolutely disturbed near, the ground is you're in a cave. Like, the ground down here is packed tightly, mostly quite hard. Where that thing burrowed in, there's a greater area than where it just burrowed. It's as if the ground is soft there. To your perception, if something may have come from the ground, it might have come from there.
I don't want to dig.
Okay, gotcha. I was just I felt
Well, like,
myself
I didn't
accidentally throwing you off the trail.
No, I didn't want to, because Grim doesn't really have a way to like get in there, so I didn't want to like just dig.
for Arlo.
But yeah, then I guess I'll just run over there and dig it up.
All right, you begin to dig. Roll to dig. I guess.
What am I rolling?
Strength?
Yes, let's do sheer strength. You've got
Sure.
big boy hands.
Wait, no, I would just roll a reg. Roll a straight up reg. That's a 20. Unnatural.
Excellent.
Straight red roll.
You just dig your hands into the earth, and you're digging. After you get a few feet down, your hand, unfortunately, it's a pulsing hive of these leeches.
Oh. Like termites.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty. I gotta hang on.
Is this hive dynamite shaped?
It is pulsing and dark. Emanating darkness, if you will. You can't even see the hive. You're just slapping your hand against it.
Okay.
But you can feel as if like it's a bunch of 2 feet long, 6-inch wide ropes tied together, pulsing.
Okay. I got a 23.
A 23. You are able to pull your hand back before anything grabs onto it, but you feel down there in the darkness, and also like the way all the light is shining, the magical light, it doesn't illuminate. Like eventually, as you start to dig, it's like your hand disappears, right? And there's just this hive emanating that darkness down there. But you have found the source.
Cool. Hey guys, I found the source.
Well, it looks like Grim has found the source. What could it be? Who knows? Also, will this combat ever end? Find out next week on Dungeon Boys.